What's good, everybody? It's Jay Coffee Talk back again with another video for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Take a quick second and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. All different topics, content dropping every day. So, tap in with the channel. But check it out, man. As a hip hop fan, I got something I got to point out and bring up and, talk with you guys about. I want to hear everyone's opinion on this. You know what I mean? Because I gotta say, I'm quite surprised, but I have heard this before, and we're talking about Fabolous. You know what I mean? He just dropped Summertime Shootout 3, and I guess that's the last of the Summertime Shootout series. And, people are, reacting and I don't know, like clowning on Fab, talking about, I'm seeing people who are, quoting the bars and happy to see Fab's got some new music out. But I'm seeing a lot of people clowning Fab. You know what I'm saying? Calling him trash. And I don't know. I got to say, I'm just kind of surprised. You know what I mean? Now, I know Fab had that whole domestic violence situation. And, I'm wondering if that's the cause for a lot of this. I mean, I don't know. No one's perfect. I'm not I'm not judging the man for that. I'm not giving him a pass for it neither. But I'm talking more about the music here. I'm really shocked. Like, I've always kind of looked at Fab as one of the doper artists in the game. But I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know how the newer generation really looks at Fabolous or if they're really familiar with him. But I just gotta say, I've always considered him to be up there. I mean, I remember when Fab first, started being seen on music videos and things like that. That Superwoman joint with Lil Mo, and I was like, yo, this dude is nice, you know what I mean? And then he was on those DJ Clue. Even prior to that, before we seen him on TV, on videos and everything like that, he was on those, I think it was called the Fantastic Four or something like that, with Mace, Nori, I believe it was. And back then they were calling him Fabolous Sport. And, I was definitely waiting for that first album to drop, like to see a whole project from Fab. You know what I'm saying? I had seen him featured on tracks, and I was pretty impressed with him. And when it comes to punchlines, I've always been, really impressed by what Fab brings to the table. And you know what I mean? He's got a different kind of punchline flow, though. I don't know. He's got the ones where, not like Banks, but, on a different wave than Banks, but, similar, where you'd be kind of like, damn, man, he's nice. And he's also, as far as with the trends with fashion and things like that, I've always felt like Fab, was a big contributor to the hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? You remember the throwbacks. Fab, I'm not saying he originated the throwbacks or the whole throwback wave was all Fab, but I'm saying he definitely, made it more trendy than it was. And I don't know, man. He always had something fresh when it came to the swag and everything like that. You know what I mean? Now, when it comes to Fabolous's albums, right? I've always thought he kind of brings, when it comes to music, hip hop, music. You have people that want to hear the bars. You know what I mean? That want to hear that flow, that are into that kind of music. And then you have, those radio songs and things of that nature, you know what I mean? Club songs and stuff like that. And Fabolous has always kind of been one of the artists that I looked at that kind of could, get it in on both sides with that. Like he definitely was a spitter, and he could bring you, something with some real sharp bars, but he could also tap in and drop a club banger, or, a radio song that was a hit. I don't know if y'all remembering, I believe it was the winter, end of '02, beginning of '03. What was that album? Street Talk, or I forget, Real Talk, I think it was called, where he had another joint with Lil Mo, the one about where he's like being with two different girls and everything, where he's like, it's going to be a toss if I go back with of your lip gloss on my throwback and all that. You know what I'm saying? That was a major hit, and he's had quite a few of those. So I've always thought that was dope that Fabolous could come in, you know what I mean, and satisfy all different kinds of fans with his music. And then Breathe was another joint that got a lot of radio play, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, but also was dope to the hip hop fans that really wanted to hear someone spit and wanted to hear them punchlines. Like, I thought with Breathe, he just, you know what I mean, that joint was a classic to me. But as far as his albums, I don't know. I'd never say that I heard a Fabolous album that was trash or anything close to it. Anything close to being trash. But I don't know that Fab's got any albums that rate in the classics category. You know what I mean? Where, like, you know what I'm saying? There's those albums from beginning to end, no skips. You know what I'm saying? It's a straight classic. I don't know that Fab's ever dropped an album like that. Like, tap in the comment section, y'all. Let me know your guys' thoughts on all this. You know, anyone new to my channel, that's the idea over here on J Coffee Talk on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what the people got to say. So make sure you sound off in that comment thread. Now, for the fans, like the hardcore mixtape fans, I always thought Fab came on another level with the mixtapes. He's dropped quite a few. And for the fans that go way back, you know what I'm saying? You might remember Fabolous in the Game dropped, you know, they collaborated a lot on the mixtape level. Game was actually in the Fabolous Breathe video, you know what I'm saying? Because they rocked heavy together on the mixtapes. And there's a track that they got that's called, I believe it's called like From Brooklyn to Compton or something like that. And it's like 7 to 10 minutes long. I forget what, it's got to be on it. It's on a Clue joint, I believe. But Fab and Game are just going back and forth, spitting bars to Pac and Biggie beats. I believe it was just Pac and Biggie beats, maybe some other classic West Coast, East Coast beats. But it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was a dope concept to me, being, you know, that, you know, East Coast, West Coast collaboration like that, and the way they just were going in. Like, I always thought that was dope. And, you know, a lot of other mixtapes Fab's been on. And another thing too is he's collaborated with a lot of artists. Even with this new Summertime Shootouts 3 tape, I have not listened to it yet. If y'all have listened to it, tap in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about it. You know, what tracks you mess with on there. But you know, the artist, he's got some features on there. And I don't know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them are newer artists, which is dope too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm really curious to know what the newer generation feels about Fabolous, for real, because I don't know, you know, even, you know, the last generation, even if you don't like think Fab is, you know, a dope artist the way I do, you know who Fabolous is. You're aware of him. I'm sure there's at least a track out there that he had that impressed you. But I saw this today, and, you know, where people were reacting this way about Fabolous, like, just, you know, trying to diss the man and clown on him. And it actually reminded me of a couple conversations I had like maybe 2 years ago, like 2017. There was a debate going on, like, yo, is Fabolous really that good? You know, it was like, and to me, like I said, he's just always been, I've always kept him on that level to me, you know, one of the doper MCs in the game. So to me, it was like ludicrous. Like, what are we even really debating this? Is Fabolous one of the better MCs in the game? Like, are you kidding me? But I don't know, man. I started hearing more people get on this bandwagon against Fabolous, and I don't know, man. I'm just not seeing it. But that's why I brought this video to the forefront, to hear what everyone else thinks. You know what I mean? But I'm really feeling, though, like the domestic violence situation might have a lot to do with this. And like I said, he ain't getting no pass in my book for that. But I'm not judging the man on, you know, on one thing. I mean, we don't know what happens in a lot of these people's lives outside what breaks into the news. You feel me? But it is what it is. I don't know. Now, another thing I want to talk about with Fabolous as well is the collaboration album with Jadakiss, the Freddie vs. Jason I believe officially they had to change the name to like Friday on Elm Street or something like that, you know, because copyright or whatever. But I don't know. I remember, you know, being really excited for that album, and I thought it was pretty good. But I felt like a lot of people were disappointed with that as well. Like I heard, you know, mixed reviews on it, but felt like a lot of people just, you know, were saying it didn't live up to expectations. And I don't know, man. I love seeing something like that come together. You know, collaboration albums and things like that that we'll never, you know, would think that we would see, or something where we'd be like, yo, if such and such and such and such did an album together, that would be so dope. And then, like I always said, man, Fabolous and Banks to do a mixtape together, you know, and then someone was like, yo, they did. I'm like, I don't know, I ain't seen it, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought about that Jada and you know, Fabolous mixtape, if that lived up to expectations to you. And I don't know, man. I just generally want to hear what everyone thinks about this. I just, you know, like I said, to hear people just shit non Fab like this, just I can't, you know what I mean? To me, it just as a fan of hip hop, it just don't sit right with me. You know, I think Fab should go down in the books, you know, the history books. I don't know. But that's all I really got, guys. Get in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me on this one. If you're new to the channel, or you know, you've been here and you just haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You know, daily videos dropping. I cover all different topics: music, sports, news, and more. It's Jay Coffee Talk signing out. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.